All right, welcome back to the show. Our basketball insider and Hogville writer, Kevin McPherson, joining us on the phone now. Kevin, always good to have you. I'm excited to see what you think about this Arkansas draw in the NCAA tournament. How you feeling about it?
Well, I think any draw is good. I mean, it's 3 years in a row for Arkansas basketball to make it to the NCAA tournament. And so it starts there. And I think it's great. I think, based on preseason expectations, the top 10 ranked team, obviously things didn't play out that way. Arkansas has struggled of late. But this was a team, when you look at the entire body of work, Alyssa, that belonged in this tournament. As an 8 seed, technically it's one of the top half bracket seeds. So 1 through 8 are the top half of each bracket, and then 9 through 16 represent the bottom half. There's usually not a lot of difference between the 8 and 9 seeded teams. I think Arkansas and Illinois are very similar in a lot of ways in terms of efficiency and, some of their weaknesses. I mean, Arkansas, one of the big problems for this Razorback team is not making free throws at a high clip, 69%. Well, believe it or not, Illinois is a little worse at 68%. So, when I look at some of the things in this is, if you're going to go in as an 8 seed, this is as good a matchup as any. Kansas is the 3rd overall number 1 seed. That's the West region that Arkansas is in. The winner of that Arkansas-Illinois game gets the winner of the 1 Kansas versus the 16 Howard winner. Everybody expects that to be Kansas. And we'll see. I mean, I don't think anytime you have to play a 1 seed that soon, if assuming you win your first game, Alyssa, it's never easy. And none of those, you can find a million reasons why each one of those matchups are just, maybe a bit too big of a climb. But I think this Arkansas team, talent-wise, can hang with anybody. If they can play one of their better games they can beat just about anybody in this field. I don't think there are any great teams in this NCAA tournament relative to some of the great teams we've seen in the past.
So then I'm curious, Kevin, when you look at it, and you mentioned free throws, and you could say that's a weakness of this team, but what is the strength of this team come the postseason, you think?
Well, I think one of the biggest strengths is Arkansas can get matchup advantages because of its positional length, size, and athleticism. And so they like to get downhill. And we saw against Auburn, Arkansas attacked, got to the rim, had a really good game finishing there after having a poor game doing that. And it's, missing, I think they went, 2 of 20 layups in the game before that. So, but that is the strength of the team. The more that Arkansas minimizes three-point shot attempts and gets downhill, gets to the basket, the better. And that's what Arkansas's got to try to do again. Keep those three-point attempts down closer to 10, somewhere below 15, but as close to 10 as possible. Attack the rim, and then you're going to draw some fouls when you play that way. And Arkansas is hit and miss, mostly not a good free throw shooting team, but they do have their nights. 17 of 23, over 73% against Auburn. I think that's what Arkansas needs to do. That's the strength of this team. Get downhill, finish those dunks, finish those layups, and then when you go to the line, you got to be better at this time of year than Arkansas has been at times. But there are some examples when they do step up and knock them down, and that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin, real quick, how far do you think this team can go?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a team that can win a first-round game. I wouldn't predict them to go 2-0 and make it to a 3rd consecutive Sweet 16. We know they're coming off back-to-back Elite Eights, Alyssa. Based on, losing 4 of their last 5 games, 6 of their last 9, and finding ways to blow big leads, it's hard to say they're going to go knock off a number 1 seed and get to the Sweet 16. But the individual talent and pieces are there. We've seen Arkansas go on the road and beat a solid Kentucky team, not a 1 seed type of team, but put things together. And so they've been pretty good at times at neutral sites. That's been where they've been at their best. Not true road games, but neutral sites, and that also gives them a chance to maybe hang in there.
Yeah, we'll see if they can put the pieces together in the postseason. Kevin, thanks so much, and I know we're going to be talking much more hoops with you in the coming weeks.